Hello students, I Rakesh Chauhan welcome you all in the e-learning classes of physics initiated by Suraj Group of Schools. Today in this video we are going to practice some numericals on the chapter electricity. So before going into the actual practice of numerical problems, first I would like to recall you some formulas which we have so far studied. So the very first formula we have discussed was of current, and you know that current I can be written as charge per unit time, that is Q upon T, and using quantization of charge we have written this Q as N into E, where N is the number of electrons and E is the charge on one electron, that is fundamental charge. So this formula we have discussed in the very first video, so you must remember this formula for the numerical point of view. Next we have discussed about electric potential, and you all know that the formula for electric potential is work done per unit charge, that is V is equal to W upon Q. And the third formula we have discussed was of resistance, and in that formula we can say we have discussed Ohm's law. So what was Ohm's law? According to Ohm's law, V is directly proportional to I, and from Ohm's law we can write down V is equal to Ri. So this is also very important formula which gives the relation between potential difference, resistance and current flowing through the wire or that resistance. Thereafter we have written resistance is equals to rho L upon A. So this is the resistance or formula of resistance in terms of length of the wire, cross section area of the wire and resistivity of the material with which the wire is actually made. And thereafter we have discussed about series and parallel combination of resistances. So in case of series resistance, R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on up to Rn if n resistances are connected in series. So this formula we have derived in series combination of resistances. Thereafter we have derived the formula of equivalent resistance in parallel combination, and the formula was 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 and so on up to 1 upon Rn if n resistances are connected in parallel. So these two formulas you must remember for numerical point of view in case of combination of resistances, although all these formula will be utilized in numerical problems. So we are going to practice some numerical problems first on although we have discussed the numerical problem on this first formula and second formula when we were discussing these topics. So we haven't discussed the questions on Ohm's law and series and parallel combination of resistances. So in this video our focus will be on these formulas, that is third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So let us discuss the very first problem of this video. So this is the first question I have taken from NCERT. A wire of given material of length L and cross section area A has a resistance of 4 ohm. So this we have been provided, given the resistance of the wire is 4 ohm, although the length and cross section area is also been given. So length is given as L and cross section area is given as A. So we can write down it as rho L upon A, and so the value of this rho L upon A has been given, that is 4 ohm. Now what will be the resistance of another wire of same material? Same material means the resistivity of the material will not change, because if the material changes then the resistivity changes, or if the temperature increases or decreases then the resistivity will change. Otherwise resistivity will not going to change. Resistivity changes only in two conditions: first, if the material is replaced, or second, if the temperature is changed. So this we have been provided. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the resistance of the wire of same material which has length L by 2 and area 2A. So length is halved, L dash is L by 2 and cross section area is doubled, that is 2A. And now we have to calculate the new resistance, or we can say the resistance of another wire if the length is half and the area is double. So you know that if length is half, then resistance is going to decrease, and if cross section area is also doubled, then definitely resistance is going to decrease. So we can say the final answer will be having the resistance less than 4 ohm. So now we can use the same formula once again. R dash, the new resistance will be, rho will remain as it is, but L dash upon A dash. And now we will put the value of L dash as L by 2. So it is L by 2 and A dash as 2A. So it becomes 1 by 4 rho L upon A. And we know that the value of rho L upon A is given as 4 ohm. So we can put this value here. So it comes out to be 1 ohm. So the new resistance, or the wire resistance of that wire will be 1 ohm, which is having half length and double the area. So this is the very first question, which is the example of actually NCERT. Now we are going to practice next question. So this is the next question. The potential difference between the two terminals of an electric heater is 60 volt. So this is the potential difference across the two terminals of a heater when it draws a current of 4 ampere. So this value of current is been given. So if we have been provided voltage and current, then we can find out the resistance of the filament, or we can say the resistance of the coil used in heater. So given voltage is given as 60 volt, current is given as 4 ampere. Therefore, using these two, or using Ohm's law, we can say we can calculate the resistance of the coil of the heater. So R is equals to V upon I. V is given as 60, I is given as 4. So 15 ohm resistance will be of that coil, which will remain as it is, whether the supply changes, whether the voltage increase or decrease. It will not going to change once it is designed. Okay, now what current will the heater draw if the potential difference increase to 120 volt? So suddenly, so the potential difference suppose increases and it becomes V dash is equals to 120 volt. Then definitely, since resistance is same, therefore current will also increase. So now the value of current will be I dash is equals to V dash upon R, and R we will use this 15 ohm, and in place of V dash the voltage is 120 volt. So 120 divided by 15, it comes out to be 8 ampere. So if the voltage doubles, then the current is also going to be double. Here you can see. So this is the next, or we can say the second example of NCERT. Let us discuss one more example. So this is the next question. An electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm and a resistance of 4 ohm is connected in series to a battery of 6 volt as shown in the figure. So this figure has been given. This is the electric lamp whose resistance is given as 20 ohm. This is the 4 ohm resistance which is connected in series with this lamp, and this whole arrangement is connected with a 6 volt battery along with a key and an ammeter to measure the current. Okay, so what we have to find out? The total resistance of the circuit. So this is the first point, or first part we have to solve. Total resistance of the circuit. So since these two are connected in series, and in series combination we have derived the formula of equivalent resistance as R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2. So the total resistance will become 4 plus 20, that is 24 ohm. So this is the total resistance of the circuit. Second part is current through the circuit. So If you want to calculate the current, then you will use Ohm's law. And what is Ohm's law? I is equals to V upon R. But here in place of R, we will not use a single resistance. We will use the equivalent resistance of this circuit, that is R equivalent. So 6 divided by R equivalent, that is 24. So it comes out to be 1 by 4.25 ampere. So this much of current will be flowing through the circuit. And the third part is we have to find out the potential difference across lamp and resistance. And you know that potential difference V is equals to I into R. And in series, current flowing through the circuit is always remain same, that is the current through 4 ohm as well as 20 ohm will be same, but voltage will differ depending on the value of resistance. So using this formula, or we can say Ohm's law, we can find out the voltage across 4 ohm resistance, that is V1 is equals to I, current will remain same, that is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into resistance is 4 ohm, so 1 volt across the 4 ohm resistance, and across the lamp it will be, current will remain same, but the resistance will be 20 ohm, so it is 5 volts. And you will see that the sum of these two voltage drop will be exactly equal to the voltage supplied by the battery, or the voltage of battery, which is 6 volt. And here you can also see that 1 plus 5 is equal to 6 volt. So this is how we use Ohm's law to solve such type of problems. So I hope this video is going to be very beneficial for you in the understanding of concept of this Ohm's law, and we can say the series and parallel combination of resistances. In our next video, we will be discussing some more examples, more numericals, so that this topic might be clear to you. So since then, thank you very much for watching the video.